All right, so we back at it again. We about to watch another reaction today. Shout out to Osei Duke Jackson. We're about to watch this video pertaining to Cardi B and Stephon Diggs, and apparently the rumors about them breaking up. We gonna get right into it. Let's get it.
Got with her and claims that her BBL stinks.
Oh my God!
When Cardi B finally broke up with Offset, many of Cardi B's fans were so excited. It was a sad story, and Cardi B was being abused, she was being cheated on, and she was being manipulated by the big bad wolf named Offset. But like a Tyler Perry movie, she found a person that was going to change her life. No longer will she be dealing with dusty ass Offset who had bad gambling problems. She was going into the arms of an NFL athlete who was rich, successful, and according to many Cardi B's fans, good looking. And he was going to be the guy to change everything for her.
And I'm not gonna lie, y'all can hate on Cardi and Stephon Diggs all y'all want, but at the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding, baby. And that goes for many things. The difference between a boy and a man, the difference between the way a woman acts when she's with a boy and a man, the difference between a man loving the woman for her and a man loving the woman for the idea of her. Like, I feel like Cardi B with Offset was Cardi B. Cardi B with Stephon Diggs is Belcalis. Like, two.
How the hell she get that from that short ass relationship that they had? How you get that from a nigga just being there having fun? See, it's all good when you the nigga that's coming from the outside and you get to get all the good experiences of the girl and you get to get all the fun. That's why a lot of men nowadays just saying like, shit, I'd rather be the side nigga. Cause a lot of times y'all be out here embarrassing the main nigga. You know what I'm saying? Sending him through hell, you know, no peace. Then you gonna give the side nigga all the motherfucking benefits without the work put in, without the commitment. So a lot of times nowadays, dudes just be like, shit, man, I just rather be the side nigga. Then if that's how y'all rocking, it's ass backwards how y'all treat it, because now y'all encouraging men to do less to get more, because you basically saying I'm gonna show more respect to my side nigga than the one that actually committed to me. Especially in this case, because again, like I said in my previous videos, it would have only made sense for her to keep moving on and deal with a nigga that was better, that wasn't the same type of nigga as Offset. Stephon Diggs is known for being a player. His teammates won't even date their sister. You know what I'm saying?
Different versions of her. And it's crazy because everybody keeps trying to say that Stephon Diggs love bombing Cardi B, and to be honest, if he is, she ain't dumb. One thing about Cardi, she's not dumb. I feel like she only put up with as much as she did from Offset because of the kids and the marriage. Without that, I think she would have been gone. But y'all know Cardi is real big on loyalty. You can literally look at Cardi between the two and tell the difference. Like with Offset, the way she dressed, the way she talked, the way she acted, and I think that it was honestly genuinely a reflection of her and her relationship, the way she was being treated by him. But with Stephon, it's totally different. And like I said, not only in the way of how he's treating her, how she dresses, how she's been carrying herself, how she's been talking, like it's two different forms of her, like same person but different people.
It's the honeymoon stage. What do you expect? They weren't even together for that long. Probably been a couple months or something that they popped out. You talking about a honeymoon stage, comparing that to years and years and years of a relationship and commitment and back and forth and them going through turmoil as all relationships do. Like, you got to have some common sense when you try to compare stuff like that. You talking about a honeymoon stage. It's always all good when it's all good. Let's see how y'all handle it when it don't go so well. And that's where a lot of y'all women be getting shit fucked up. And it's not all women, but for women that think like this young lady, that's where y'all get fucked up at. You trying to compare a honeymoon stage to a commitment that lasted years and years that was actually a marriage and produced 3 kids. Is not the same thing.
Her fans were even saying, listen, you see how she's changing, she's glowing, and you know how women would be like, oh my God, I'm so happy for her. We love to see it.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
Let's even get into some of the comments. Look at this. Andrea Babb says, you are so right. Christine was like, literally, she's so soft and feminine with Stephon. When she was with Offset, she was always in fight or flight mode, all gangster, always on edge. But now it's like she can finally breathe. If Stephon really turns out to be her Prince Charming, they could last a long time. And honestly, she might be the one to finally tame him. I love that for her. Yeah, okay. So as you can see, her fans were...
Yeah, that's what we've been trying to tell them. But hey, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink. If these females out here want to be delusional and they don't want to listen to what the men telling us, what we telling them, then fuck it. Let them down that sword, like I said before. I already done said if it go wrong, I said it in the other video. If it go wrong, they probably gonna start bashing Stefon too and making excuses. And that wasn't nothing but like a week and a half ago, maybe. So the turnaround came quick. But yeah,
It's like so happy for her. But not everybody was sold on Offset.
Nothing about that is a win. Nothing about that is like a dig to Offset the way you think it is. It is, but it ain't. Like, could he be somewhere in his feelings? Possibly. But at the end of the day, she has not upgraded. Because Stefon Diggs, as far as his character goes, is not a better man.
oh, thank you. Y'all had to hear that from a woman. Well, us men, we've been telling y'all that shit. You know, we like to think common sense is common sense. We like to think 2 + 2 = 4. But sometimes y'all get 5 and 6 because y'all like to try to cope with shit. Y'all like to make excuses and think shit makes sense. Like she said, it might have hurt the nigga feelings. But at the end of the day, it's going to hurt you more than it hurt the man that you trying to hurt. So it's the dumbest thing to do to just hit the streets and play with your body like that and play with your morals and your coochie like that and thinking you really doing some type of damage to the man. I mean, it might be some temporary damage. You might get him in his feelings a little bit. You might not, depending on the type of dude he is. But ultimately, you devaluing yourself and y'all don't even be realizing that shit. And that's just hilarious to me that the women that think like that do that shit, really can't see how dumb that is.
Some folks didn't think that Stefon Diggs was an upgrade. He just really wasn't a better man. Then DJ Academics called a lot of slack for predicting this.
Like, I hate to even say it, bro. Yo, let's see from a year from now, Stefon Diggs and Cardi B. Cardi B got 3 children, bro. When niggas get with single moms, bro, niggas be in there like Six Flags, man. And as soon as like they've been on the ride too much times, yo, go back to your baby dads, man. Yo, listen, I got a new ride, man. Like, this is a new amusement park over there. I be telling y'all, I be like, this is why when chicks be like, I'm outside, I'm like, you got kids, you shouldn't be outside. You should be inside looking, but whatever. You see, I love, you know, we got new age mentality from women. They think they could be. Go ahead. Let me tell you this. Every chick think there's more Russell Wilsons. There's one Russell Wilson. Ain't no other trying to come do that. Every other they get up in there.
And that's because they get shit twisted when they think that just because all these men want to stick their dick inside you, that you have valuable options, that you have like legit options. And as many times as we say this, as many millions or billions of men that's telling y'all, man, you ain't really got options. You just got niggas that want to fuck you. You just got niggas that want to run through you. And I feel like common sense wise, they know it. And maybe some of them don't, because really some people don't have common sense. So truthfully, they really think that. And it's because of social media. It's because the way the world is nowadays. They got 1,000 DMs. And for whatever reason, some women are real with themselves. And you got the real women out here and they'll tell you like, man, I know what it is. I know these niggas just trying to crack. So I ain't paying that no mind. But you got some women who really believe she her, like, oh yeah, I got a nigga in my DM right now that's he's trying to crack. I got a nigga in my DM that's want to spend some, he's trying to crack. I got a nigga in my DM that say he want to start a relationship with me and he'll be the stepdaddy. He really don't even want to do that neither. Just some niggas just desperate and they'll say whatever they think they need to say because what? He's trying to crack.
They start beating it up, but it always get old after a year. And then they realize, oh, shit, I need to take it to the next level. I got to be taking pictures with you and this little, ain't even my little, I'm good.
Got him!
And I mean, that's kind of harsh for academics to put it like that. But knowing the kind of guy that Stefon Diggs and the opportunities that he has, and knowing the kind of woman that Cardi B has, I mean, listen, nobody was surprised to hear and to find out what we heard today. And
yeah, when you on that level, and that's not being funny. This ain't being funny. Like, yeah, Cardi B, she fine, she sexy, but like Cardi B, looks wise, that's normal shit to a nigga like that. To be honest with you, the finest women be the women that ain't even famous. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty woman everywhere. You know, that come a dime. We come a dime a dozen if you a successful man, but pretty women, that shit it's very common. And the baddest ones don't even be famous. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, y'all really think a man at that level, like a nigga like Stephon Diggs, finna just be loyal to just Cardi? That shit is not happening. If you being real. And right now, raw reality mindset, we got to be real with you. That shit was never happening. And we was trying to tell y'all that.
we saw a few hours ago that Cardi B deleted all of Stephon Diggs' photos from Instagram, and now fans are speculating they've broken up. And it's all over social media. And if you're on X, they have something called Grok, which is like an AI. And people wanted to know if this was actually the truth. This person goes, "Grok, is this actually real?" And Grok responds,
"Yes. Reports from sources like Hindustan Times America confirm Cardi B deleted all Stephon Diggs photos from her Instagram today, fueling breakup rumors. Diggs has removed hers, adding uncertainty."
Damn.
Then comments still kept coming in. Suarez says, "Bro didn't renew the 30-day trial." Another person went and asked Grok again, "Grok, are they gonna get back together? What happened?" Grok answers again later.
Based on latest reports, Cardi B has deleted all Stephon Diggs photos from her Instagram, fueling breakup rumors. No confirmed details on what happened. Reconciliation is uncertain. Their relationship was brief and public time will tell.
Another person goes, "Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?" Now, guys, this speculation of Stephon Diggs and Cardi B breaking up, it's tied to a rumor that happened not so long ago with a young lady on TikTok by the name of Trapper75. Now, Stephon Diggs and Cardi B recently went up to Europe, but you know what happened is that recently one of these ladies that was on the boat cruise with him is named Trapper75, and so Trapper75 released some photos and videos from inside of Stephon Diggs' mansion. Now, if you can look at this screen grab, the Stephon Diggs side chick Trapper posting a video on TikTok at his Maryland mansion.
Hey, it shouldn't be no problem, right? When I was reading the comments, you know, anytime it's a post about Cardi B, Offset, Stephon Diggs, you know what all the girls were saying? She ain't there for a long time. She there for a good time. She know what it is. Even Charles and White, I did a review on Charles and White. Charles and White said Stefon can't hurt her because she wasn't expecting Stefon not to cheat. From Charles and White words, she was supposed to be cool with this shit because she knew what it was. Even though I disagreed, I said that she was still gonna be a woman and she was still gonna react like a woman and have feelings. And if this is true, it just proved my case. You know what I'm saying? It proved my point. She's still a woman at the end of the day. So, but all the females, y'all was saying it is what it is. She was being player. She knew what it was. That's what y'all was saying. We call bullshit on it, but that's what y'all was saying.
All right. And then there's another screen grab of him at the Maryland mansion. And if you could also look at this photo, I believe she is the lady that's in the black right in front of him. So she was actually on the boat with Stephon Diggs, and she has some video footage of inside his house, and she posted this up to Instagram. Now, once this information came out, Tasha K went and did a really good job of comparing the photos and putting the information out there, and then we found out that Stephon Diggs was following her from the burner account. And so once the news started spreading rapidly, Trapper75 came out and publicly said this.
Really quick, I just want to apologize for a video that was posted because I don't want it to continue to insinuate a story that is untrue.
You ain't want to apologize for shit. If you ain't want the shit out, you wouldn't have posted it. You was looking for clout, shorty.
I don't really use TikTok like that. I'm not really used to the app for real, but nonetheless, I'm not connected to anybody in a relationship, nor do I have any prior history with anybody in a relationship, nor was I there at the house for somebody in a relationship. So any stories based on these allegations are absolutely false. And I hope nobody has to be tied to these false pretenses.
Now, a few days after that, Cardi B's deleting the photos from Stefon Diggs from her social media. And now the fans are trying to give Cardi B advice.
So Cardi B going through another breakup. Say she done took Stephon or whatever his name, pictures down off of her Instagram. Ladies, y'all got to know how to just date and be quiet. Date and just be private with your relationship until you really see that it's really locked in and it's solid.
I definitely agree, but the reason she didn't do it was because she was trying to make the nigga jealous. Everybody know, you can see it as clear as day. She was just doing way too much, you know what I'm saying? And that's not saying she can't live a life, but you could tell when her female intentions ain't pure with the new nigga that she with, and she's just really doing all this extra shit to try to get back at her ex or her ex-husband or her boyfriend or whoever she dealing with. It was clearly a case of that, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's like she could have kept it private, but she wanted to tit for tat. And y'all know Cardi B petty as hell, G. So that's just the type of woman she is. So soon as I seen her, I knew like, okay, you just trying to make a nigga feel some type of way, but it's gonna backfire on you.
You know what I'm saying? If not, you're gonna be looking like a fool out here. I felt that she needed to let herself air out. You know what I'm saying? As women, we grow. We are not the same people. I told y'all, she is not the same person she was on Love and Hip Hop. She's been married. She have children. You know what I'm saying? We got to find out who we are.
Now, again, I'm not a Cardi B hater. I'm not the biggest fan of Cardi B and what she represents. But the reality is out there. Number one, Cardi B presents herself in a certain kind of way. And I understand, hey, this is how she's made her money and built her fan base. But, you know, if you're a person that has like a BBL, you know, you're a woman that is, you know, very sexual and you have the attitude that Cardi B has, well, the only kind of man that you're going to get is a guy like Stefon Diggs who, hey, he's there for a little time, but not a long time. And you got to also understand that, you know, hey, she does have 3 children by Offset. She's
Exactly. That's just the type of man you're going to reduce yourself to when you move like that as a woman. And again, we be trying to tell y'all that. But sometimes, you know what I'm saying, hard head make a soft ass, and you got to let them learn on their own.
She's still married. And a lot of women want somebody to be Russell Wilson for Cardi B or even for themselves. But a Russell Wilson kind of guy doesn't want a woman like Cardi B. A Russell Wilson kind of guy wants somebody like Sierra, who is, you know, very beautiful. And Cardi B is good looking too, but also she fits into a particular narrative of what a wife could be, which is, you know, very feminine to a certain degree, somebody you can show off, somebody who takes care of business, and somebody who doesn't want to be outside. Cardi B wants to be outside. Like literally, don't she got a song called Outside or something like that? And so Cardi B wants to do whatever she wants to do. And a man who wants a wife is not probably going to pick up.
Not going for that shit. Any man that's like a respectable man that got morals and got common sense, they're not going for that shit. We seeing you got a bad report card. We see how you spaz out online. I don't know, man, want that shit if you go through something with your woman or your wife and she go online to the internet and just start spazzing out, being ratchet as hell. That shit is embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Just from a maturity aspect. You feel me? Like, so yeah, you got a bad track record. Then you make a song called Outside. You be butt naked down there, all your videos all the time. It's cool for entertainment. But when it come down to relationships and, you know what I'm saying, something serious, the ones that really give that, they looking at that and they disqualifying you out the rip. So you got to watch how you carry yourself. Ladies, man, watch how y'all carry yourself. We not telling you this shit for no reason. Don't fall for the propaganda of the sexual liberty and think you got to be a hoe and run the streets and drag your pussy across the streets all the time and be giving it out left and right. That ain't got nothing to do with sexual freedom. That's just you being a hoe. You can be sexually free and still respect yourself and just deal with one dude, or you know what I'm saying? Don't be so resourceful to the world and to the streets with your coochie. You should cherish that.
A lady like Cardi B. Furthermore, like, look at what Cardi B was doing on social media towards Offset. Now, again, I understand that Offset was not a perfect person, but to blast him and call him the B word and out of his name, that's going to turn off a lot of successful men. And that's exactly what Cardi B has done. She is attracted to men like Offset and Stefon Diggs for a certain reason, because that's the best she can get. No man who's like really, really decent and really respectable will deal with a lady in my honest opinion like Cardi B. And this,
I just said the same thing. Me and O'Shea on the same page.
To say that she's a bad person, she just has the look that attracts the kind of guys like Stefon Diggs. I mean, hey, when you get BBLs and, you know, different color wigs and stuff like that, I mean, you're going to pretty much put yourself out there to a certain kind of.
It's not even about the look, because you know what I'm saying? If a woman look good, like she look good, right? But she don't act like a wife. She act like a street runner. It's about how she portray herself and how she act. It ain't even about the look. You feel me? Unless he talking about her outfits, her ranchy outfits, then I could get what he's saying on that. But other than that, it ain't even a look. Like, she look good. If she, you know what I'm saying, cleaned herself up, was modest, respectful, and wasn't all on the internet doing all that extra goofy shit, butt naked all the time, showing your ass all the time, it'll be different. But she come from a background of ratchetness. This is the same lady who said she used to drug niggas and rob them, which is wow for her to say that shit, and was dead ass, because if a man said that, nigga would be canceled and locked up tomorrow.
And it's usually the kind of man that's not faithful. It's the kind of man that's, you know, not solid. It's the kind of man that's, you know, everything that women complain about, the F-boy energy and all of that. And unfortunately, you're advertising to the kind of man that you're attracted to, but is no good for you. And most ladies don't care that that's their level of attraction they're putting out there to the world. They complain about it all the time, but what you're telling people is this is what you want. And again, that's something that women got to work on. Reminds me of one of my best friends. You know, like I said, he'll do anything to get one of these girls with a big old juicy booty. But, you know, when it comes to the fact that they don't care about him, or, you know, they're not necessarily respectful, he always got something to say. But he still can't stop going over here trying to clap these cheeks. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it.
All right, man. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Like I said, I already made a video on this before. We tried to warn y'all women, man. We tried to tell y'all, nigga, we men, so we know how other men coming. We know how they rocking. So when we was telling y'all this shit wasn't really something serious and y'all needed to pipe down on that, these are the results. And we don't even know if the shit true or not for sure. Right now, it's just a big rumor. But at the end of the day, the facts still remain. What we've been saying is factually true. You know what I'm saying? And it shows, the results show. So shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. I'm going to put the link in the description for his full video on his channel down below. Man, y'all like, comment, subscribe. Again, I appreciate everybody that's rocking with me in the new channel, Raw Reality Mindset. Gang!
Gave you the real, but it's like you can't take the real of me. Don't bring them bad vibes, don't need you killing my energy. Can't fuck with you if you a fuck nigga, ain't feeling me. She try to ride a nigga way to the filigree. Can't trust her soul, no, I can't fuck with none of my